Hey, Manny. Hi, Jamie. We are live, and I think everything is working. I hope everything is working. It looks like everything is working. Send some tests. There we go. Okay, yay. Hey, Louise. Thank you, Jamie. So, I guess we're starting to gear up for fall and for Christmas and getting some things done there. I am going to play the intro and we will get started. Woohoo! Okay. And let's pull in Design Space. Sue is dancing. I did miss you Friday. Hi, Pat. And Pat U and Pat O. There's Sherry and Marissa. Marissa, hadn't seen you in a little bit. Maybe I just been missing you. Today, thank you, Jamie. I want to first say thank you to Jamie. I was tossing some ideas around and couldn't figure out what I wanted to do, and I mentioned to Jamie I was trying to figure something out, and she was like, well, why don't we try this? I don't think anybody's doing this. So we decided to come up with a way to use our leftover Christmas papers from last year so that we could use our new Christmas papers this year. Or you can use the new ones too. Use whatever you want. It doesn't have to be for Christmas. You can change this up for birthday invitations, for save the date cards, for birthday parties, just any kind of party invite that you want to do. So, yeah, it was good to see Sue. She had a lot of fun. I saw her photos with Ashish, and it was pretty cool. I hear you, Marissa. So anyway, I came up with the letter to, Jamie's idea was letter to Santa, so I came up with a little letter to put on the inside of it, and I just used an envelope out of Design Space. And then I found some elements that I liked, and then I put the writing on the inside. And we all know that we can go in and we can get writing for our projects from typing in and changing it to write and picking our pens. But I don't know if all of you are aware that you can use images in Design Space and change them to write. So I wanted to kind of cover that. I was going to try to throw some print and cut in here, and of course you can do print and cut on your labels. In this file, this is a monthly supporter file. You can do your own file, but I will give you the link here. There is a link right here if you're doing letters from Santa, and I didn't weld this so that you guys could copy and paste it. And let me get a window here for you guys. And if you come over here, if you're doing the letters from Santa for your little ones and you're actually going to be mailing, you will need to put your letter to Santa in another envelope, and this is the way to do it. And you can do, they have printables on here if you don't want to do it that way, but they do have, you want to put your return address on the outside envelope, Santa North Pole, and this is the address where you're going to actually mail your card inside another envelope. This is the address for the kids to address it to. And I figured you could just say, you know, it has to go to the post office in Alaska, and then they have a secret post office for Santa. Whatever, you guys are good at that, and making up stuff for your kids who are inquisitive. So I just wanted to make sure that you had hey Gerald, I just wanted to make sure that you guys had the actual address and the way to address per the post office for your letters to Santa this year, so that if you're actually mailing. Now, if you're just pretend mailing like most of us do, and you've got little wee kids, you don't need that. But I put it in there for those who have inquisitive children. Hi, Susan. Debbie. So if you want to change anything up in here, all you're going to do, or if you're making your own, you're going to find out what font you want to use. We use Cinnamon Swirl. You're going to have to detach, if you're using my file, and detach the writing so that you can change it. And you'll probably have to detach a couple of times because I kept it separate from my envelope, or I thought I did. Yeah. Let me put that back on there. I'm not going to save it, so it's not going to matter. So here is my writing and everything, and I put my envelope in first, and all of this is attached, so you can detach it. And these are images that I found in Design Space. So how do we do images and make them multiple colors? Let's go and grab an image. As a matter of fact, I think, I'll do a no project. I'm just going to replace. I'm not going to save that. If you're a Ko-fi supporter, you'll find this on the exclusive tab on craftingwithapril.co, and patrons as well. As soon as this live is over, I will post it up there on Ko-fi. So if you want to do a one-time support, you can get it, but you have to do it before midnight tonight. If you don't, then you will have to become a monthly supporter to get it tomorrow. So, right, they are postmarked from there, and I think that they also, Pat, I think if you use that address and they actually send it, they get a letter back saying that they received it. So it's something really cool for the kids, when, you know, because at that age you don't get that back. You have to do it now, or it's gone forever sometimes. So I wanted to make sure that everybody had the information from the post office on that one. So let's go in and grab an image. Let's just do this one. Has a couple of colors in it. So I have this image here, and I want to draw rather than cut. You can see in the layers panel it's set to cut. So I can come over to line type, and if you're on an Explorer machine, you're only going to have these line types: cut, score, and draw. And if you're on a Maker, you're going to, of course, have all the line types. And we're just going to change it to draw. But when I change it to draw, everything is changed to one single color. Okay? But I wanted it in the colors that I had. So let's just undo that. I'm going to duplicate it just so we can see the difference. So I'm going to change this one to draw, and I want to do colors. And because this is layered out, I'm going to duplicate it a couple of times in case we need another one. I can go in here and I can select this top layer, and I can change the color of that. I can change it to the pen that I want, and I can make it red or whatever I'm using. Whatever you want to use. I don't even know what I picked there. That was, oh, I'm on the wrong one. There it is. So I'd rather be, and the needle is the top one. So if I wanted that to be, let's just say I want that to be in gray. I can come over here and pick the armadillo color, and now I have that in gray. But I want the heart piece to be in the purple. I can come in here and select my color. Let's just stay with the same fine point pen. When you change your pen, your colors are going to change to what's available for those colors. So I'm just going to stay on fine point. And let's see. What do we have for purple in there? There's purple. So we've got our purple, and now I'm going to go to the third layer that's in there, and we're going to change it to the pink. Or the very berry would be cute too. I think I do like the very berry. So now we have it, and we have this set to do 3 colors. So where it was changing it to draw from a regular image all to black, we can go in and change it and make it any kind of colors that we want to write. And that's basically what I did in that Santa file, is I went in and I made it all red and green so that it corresponded with the file. Now you can go in and change the whole thing to all red, whatever colors that you want. You can swap them up, whatever. You can change any of the images in Design Space to write, and they are going to vary how they look depending on what that image is. Like this one. So if I change this one to draw, and you have to remember when you change them to draw, it's going to follow the cut path. Okay? You are definitely going to follow the cut path. So there you see, it's just going to outline all those letters. So I have to go in and change each one of these where I did them to draw to the colors that I want them to be. So those 2 are red. I would come in here and make this draw. This is the easiest way that I have found, is to do it one at a time and make it red. And then this one here is orange, so I'm going to change it to draw and find the orange pen. There's orange peel, we'll take that. And then this one is green. So how many knew that you could change all the images to draw and have changed your colors like this to draw in whatever color that you wanted? I want to make sure we're connected. Yep, we're all connected. We must have a little bit of a lag, but that's okay. And then we have the purple one. I lost my purple. There it is. And there you have it. You didn't know, Debbie? Yeah, you could do that. You can change all of your images to draw, and depending on what image it is, it's going to vary how it looks, but you can see how this one would turn out should we. Let me just make my canvas black. Some of you may not know that you could do that, so that you can see it and turn off that grid. And now you can see how it will look. You can change your canvas to various colors, whatever helps you to see. Okay, so does anybody have any questions on the drawing, changing images to draw? Yay! So happy, Susan. I love it when people learn new things. So if we wanted to print then cut rather than, let me just get a new one here, rather than draw, you always want to flatten. But if I flatten that and I send it over, and I hit make it, I don't know if it's going to show me without trying to send it to my printer, but we're going to try it. And I just flattened it. So you can flatten it that way and come in and you're going to see it here. I'm going to click send to printer. I'm not actually, yes I am. I'm going to actually print that. I'm going to print it. And it should be blurry on the inside and on the outside, because a lot of people are having questions about how it's looking. Doesn't matter. And it's printing over there, and I'm going to go over there and grab it for you guys. But to properly flatten, yes, I'm going to cancel an image, you have to put the image behind it, because if you can see, you have to have your grid on. If you can see the grid behind it, and we've covered this several times, but we have lots of new people. If you can see that grid back there, those areas are going to be cut away, which means it's going to cut each one of these hearts individually. It's going to cut every letter and the words individually. It's going to cut the heart piece individually. That's what happens if you do not have an image behind it. But this image did not have another layer. There's not another layer. So what can we do? You can always duplicate it and come in here. Let's go and unflatten it. And when I unflatten it, I am going to weld it. And let's see. Nope, not giving me. Let's see. Duplicate. Sometimes you have to duplicate an image. Align. Center. And weld. This is one of those funky images that's not going to give me, and I guess I'm saying it's because it's open right here, and that's why. Whenever you have an image that's open, like this tail is not meeting right here, you're not going to get a contour option. Sometimes you can duplicate an image and put it on top of each other and get that contour, but I can see why now right there. So how do I fix that? Well, I'm wanting it to be a solid image anyway, so I'm just going to go over here and grab a circle. I'm going to set it right there, and I am going to weld that. And now I should, oh, I'm on print. I want no fill. Let me duplicate that and see if it will give it to me. It should have given me a contour for the center letters. That's what was throwing me. But you can see now I have a contour. I had it on flatten. You can contour and come in here and hide all those contours and change this to white. White does not print. Arrange and move this to the front, just like so. Align and center them up, and then flatten it. And now you can see that you can't see the grid back there. And I'll show you just by changing. Let's change that grid again so you can see. You see how you can see the grid behind this one and not this one? This one will print and cut properly. This one will not. Does that make sense? Let me unflatten that one and see if it, because it should have given me a contour option. See, it's not giving me one. It's still on print. No fill. There we go. If I weld it, yeah, now I have the contour, but I don't think it's gonna, if I hide all contours, you can see that it's just hiding all of that and nothing inside. And that's because of that opening. That's the best I can get on contour unless I close that little open area up. So that is just a little tip and trick for you guys. If you have one and you're like, contour's not working, there's a reason it's not working. There's a reason you can't get that solid flat image behind it, and usually it's something just very simple as that. So if you just close it in, because you're going to be closing that in anyway to get that image to put behind what you want to flatten, you're fine. Now if you're putting it on a card, you can flatten it straight to a card, and you don't need that background. But if you want it to cut this outside shape, then you would need that. And what I mean by that is like this one. Let's just get a square, make this one white. We're going to pretend this is my card front, and I want it to print that, but I want it to cut in a square. So I'm going to arrange Send that to the back. I can select these two and flatten, and you can see I can't see the grid back there, so what's that's telling me, it's going to print this image on there and it's only going to cut that square. Is everybody with me? The last thing you want to check before you hit make it, over here in your layers panel, if you have this icon here, the little triangle caution sign, it means your image is too big, and it's going to tell you to make it smaller, and it's not going to go away until you make it where it fits into that print and cut area. When you're looking at your print and cut images, they should be one layer. So if I got rid of that one, I have one single layer. If I have layers underneath this, unless they're like score lines, I'm just going to put that score line there and attach it. Now you can see that's properly flattened, okay, because you want your score to be separate. But as far as the images go, if it's not a score line or an engraved line or something like that, or a writing line, then you need to make sure everything that's flattened is in one layer. If you have drop downs under this flatten area, it's not flattened properly, and it's not going to cut properly. And let me just go over to the other camera and show you guys what I mean by not flattened properly. This is the one I printed, and you can see the bleed lines, how it made it really fat, and I didn't do a best copy, I just printed it. But you can see you can't read that, you can't see the details of the needle, and that's because it's an indication of cut lines. Everything, whenever you have those bleed lines on the inside of your image, it means it's going to cut. So your bleed should always stay on so you don't have a white edge. That gives your blade a little wiggle room to make sure that you've got edge to edge color. But if you've got that blur on the inside, that means it's not flattened properly. And my tip on this is, before you print on your cardstock, before you print on your printable HTV or your printable vinyls or your sticker papers, is that you print one on a piece of copy paper and check that you have properly flattened your image. It should look crisp and clear on the inside and blurred on the outside edge. If it's blurred anywhere else, then it's not properly flattened. And you can flatten, my chair needs some WD-40. If it's not properly flattened, then you need to go in there and fix that. You can also flatten writing now. Let me go in and show you guys that, and then we will put our little card together. And let me make sure that that switches. Yep, it did. So let me go in and get I'm going to open that one back up and just replace that. I don't need that. And it is going to say, wow, it's a big image or a large file when you guys go to open this. And that is because of all the writing. If you look, you'll see that all that text, they're all images. And if you want to, I didn't do it, you're not going to be able to flatten this piece. If you want to do this for print and cut so that you don't have to wait on the writing, then I would detach this and put it on another square to glue on the inside of your card rather than it writing on this piece itself. But we were trying to get by with one sheet because it will cut on one sheet. But you can do print and cut for like this label. All you're going to do is flatten it, and now this piece would print and cut for you to put on here. So you can flatten writing for print and cut. You just, again, don't want to be able to see your grid behind it. If you can see the grid behind it, it's not flattened properly. But writing can be flattened. I'm just going to undo that because we don't want it flattened in the file. So when you hit make it on this one, the way we have it laid out, and it didn't take it off. Let me go back. I don't want to save this in there. Unflatten and change it. No fill. And let me change my color back to like, there we go. So when you hit make it on this one, you'll want to hide your address over here, of course, but if you don't, that's okay. You don't want to cut that, but there's a fix if you forget. When you hit make it, I wanted to cover this because there's been a lot of questions this week too. You can see that everything is going to cut out of one sheet here except our vinyl pieces. And I did use vinyl. I don't want to cut this, and I don't want to have to cancel and go back. You can click on it, click the 3 dots, you can hide it or move it to another mat, and we're just going to hide it. And then when you hit continue, that mat will vanish. Yes, this is a great way to make fast cards, Jamie. I really appreciate the idea and the inspiration on that. So let's go ahead and make it. This one was cardstock. The silver and the gold I did out of textured I can't think. Textured premium vinyl. And this was a sampler pack. I had the silver, the gold. This is the metals, I think. I think that's what it's called. And I can't reach. I always put my paper on the inside of the tube, and I pushed it down in there and couldn't get it. There we go. This is the premium vinyl textured metallics, and this is the precious metals sampler. That's what I used. Let's see if we can get some light here for you guys. Not too much. Don't want to blind you. There we go. Perfect. So this is the precious metals, and it's textured. There is a setting for this vinyl, so don't try to cut it on regular vinyl, guys. It won't cut well. If you do that, you want to make sure that you cut it on the textured metallic vinyl. They have it has its own setting. But you can see how cute that came out. It kind of looks like foiling, but it's not, and your stamp will fit right on top of that if you want to, but you can just pretend with your kids. You can change the name on there, put the name that you want, and then this. Now I did the writing on this and put it on there, but again, you can do print and cut. But they can do something that looks like embossing or foiling, and they don't have to worry about the heat gun or anything like that, and it's going to be minimal work for you because you're just going to let it write. You're going to cut it and make sure that you put your pattern pretty side to the mat for this and the white side up. If you have double-sided paper or you want to do a print and cut for this, just make a square that will fit in here. And I would stay maybe 0.15 short or 0.10 short of the fold lines so that you didn't have a folding problem. But this is just a regular envelope, but we're not gluing it, so they don't have anything to glue. And they have stickers they can play with. So you can use stickers, use whatever you want. You don't have to use the foil that I used. I lost my card. There it is. So the only thing that you guys have to do for them, and this stuff weeds like a dream, guys. And I just wanted to show you that. I can find my weeding tool. I have got so many irons in the fire, and so many things I'm doing. I can't keep up with anything. I'll use this one. This is just as good. This is super, super easy to weed, and the way that I did it is I rolled mine. Okay, you'll have to do this part for them, and then I just went in and lifted up that center. You may have to hold part of your snowflake down. I just jiggled it, came right out. There's a hole right there in the center. You have a hole right there in the bell, that's about it, and then you want to take that second line in. See if I can get it to separate there. And that's it. And you can save that for something, put it on your, where it cut out. You might want to use a circle for something, or you want to use that piece there for a stencil, whatever. You can save those pieces for stencils. You don't have to throw it out. And I'm just using a piece of transfer tape. This is the part you're going to have to help them with. You're going to put one square on this and then leave it for them to do a sticker. Okay? And I think this is Caesar. This is not Cricut transfer tape, guys. But it was super easy to work with. I just folded over. I'm going to just show you guys on black so you can see. I just folded it over. I don't burnish mine hard. I just want it to stick long enough for me to get it onto the project. I don't need it to be burnished very hard. I just use fingertip. And it did stick better for me yesterday. I'm not going to worry about them. This stuff is so easy to work with. Just stick it off to the side. So they can do it themselves if you want to let them do it that way. Super simple, super easy. See how easy it pops off the thing? I'm just going to bring it over. Just going to stick it back down right there. It's ready to go. So you're not going to lose your stickers. I found this easier to work with than any vinyl I've ever worked with. And I thought it was going to be horrible. But it's just 4 little folds. Just like that. And then I flipped it over. After they've written on it, whatever, they can come in and do their bell. So they're going to peel that piece off and just stick it down to hold the back. And then you can come in here with these pieces. So I'm not even going to worry about the transfer tape. It goes this way. And just pop it right down on the card at an angle. This is the Aura Mask. No, it's not Aura Mask. It's Caesar pressure sensitive vinyl transfer tape. And I have reused it several times, so that's why it's not wanting to stick well. It's nothing wrong with the pieces. You just lay them in there. I'm going backwards again, aren't I? Just place them right in there. Got it a little bit off. The beauty of it is you can pull it back up off your cardstock and lay it back down. I don't have mine exactly straight. Take your time, get yours straight. Yesterday's went on just fine. So you've got your stamp on there. And then I've already layered that one up. Press it down. And then this one is for their name. Put it right there. I didn't even use transfer tape for these. That's how easy this stuff is to work with. I loved it. And then that. And then you want to flip it over and line up your little bell pieces. Right up on the top of the bell so that it's two-tone silver and gold. How cute is that? And then of course you have your tags, and I just use tape runner on them. You can use glue, whatever you have. I just something quick and easy for them, and I felt a tape runner was the easiest thing that they could use. Not my line. I got one line off there, but I'm going to fix it. So is anybody having any design space issues, any project issues, anything you need help with? There we go. Yeah, I'm loving this vinyl, Jamie. It's pretty awesome. I've had it for a while and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I don't know how I'm going to use it. But you can see if you've got goof ups or anything like that, it's super simple just to peel it. I mean, try that with another vinyl. That's never going to work. You have to usually trash it and start over. But how easy was that? You can see it's all cute and ready to go for Santa. It's something that they can do on their own. Super simple. I think it took about, I don't know, maybe 3 to 4 minutes for it to write all of that. It wasn't bad at all. I cut it and did it in just a couple of minutes. But like I said, you can use these. You've got, like Jamie said, let's do something where it's the card or the invite, the envelope, everything in one that you can mail. And square does cost a little bit more to mail. So if you want to use a rectangular envelope, go for it. Thank you, Charmaine. But I had that for a while, and I see this happening on some ornaments. How many times have we stuck stuff to ornaments and then couldn't get it off? It wasn't straight, whatever, and we needed to redo it. I like this. It was very super easy to work with. Super, super easy. And that's one of the reasons why I'm waiting on my new mini press too. Yes. But it has a white backing. So it's sticky and it's permanent, but if you're using it on paper, you can see it was really easy to. Me too, Sue. I always get something out of line. When I did this one, like these, you could see I got that out of line, and I'll just peel those off and straighten them. I had to do it to this one too, because I never put things like that on straight. But I really liked it. I'm going to go and get the other colors now. I just ordered that sampler to see how I would like it, because I was like, I don't want to order all of it and then not like it. But I did get the threads too. I haven't done the threads yet. I've got some plans for it. You got yours today, Sue? I'm hoping mine is supposed to be here tomorrow, I believe. So I've got some shoes ready to go. I've got a couple of things ready to go for using the mini press. Oh, do you guys like these? Yes? No? Maybe? It's just I thought these would be pretty cool for doing maybe some hand lotions or something like that for Christmas gifts or stocking stuffers. I don't know if you can see the dimensions in it. This was an old Stampin' Up! File. And I want to say it was from Down Under, but I don't remember. Stampin' Up! Down Under. I had Down Under written in the book for something. I don't know. I don't remember where I got it. Yeah, for Christmas candies, things like that. But this is, I think that we will do these on Friday for Close to My Heart Friday, since I did do my mock-ups with some Close to My Heart papers. This is like the ombre out of the Love something. Not Love Struck, that's a cartridge. And this is, I think, Glacier. Something like that. I call it my Tiffany box. I don't know what it is. I just wrote down Tiffany box. Yeah, you could do this with several different things, several different goodies, not just Christmas. What about even a bridal shower or a baby shower? It would work for those too. You could do any kind of paper, anything. So I think we'll go over this. We'll do this Friday, and as you know, Close to My Heart files are free to everybody all the time. So the file will be available Friday, 7 o'clock. We'll be on YouTube. We'll do those. Put those together. So mark your calendars. Friday, I mentioned a red truck stamp. Yeah, I haven't got it yet, Pat, so I'm going backup plan just in case. The red truck is the classic from the Hawthorne kit on, let me just show it to you guys so there won't be any confusion and you'll know what you're looking for. Let's see. There it is. Let me transition over for you guys. Right here, the Hawthorne card making kit, and then there's also the True Classic. I ordered both of them. So I'm hoping that they come before Friday. If they do, we'll cover them too, because these boxes are super quick. Super quick. So I ordered both. I'm waiting on them. I don't know if the kits are there. Yeah. This Hawthorne paper I ordered, and this one, no. I don't know if I ordered this one or not. But I did order, I think I did the refill paper on that. To be honest, I think I just did the paper kit. It's in there somewhere. They have very low quantities of the Seaside that's going away, guys, if you still want that one. But yeah, so you go in and get the Hawthorne paper and that kit, or this one comes with another die, and the stamp set. I think this is the one that I ordered. I ordered this one, and then I got those 2 stamp sets as well. Right here. This one is going to be great for making guy cards. If you don't get anything else, I would get that one. For sure. Get that one. Because we always want to. The reason I ordered both is because I wanted these stamps for Husband Anniversary Journey, the Route 66. I wanted those, but I wanted to be able to do watercolors on my truck. So that is why I got this one too. So that I can mix and match them. But we are going to be doing some cards out of that. We most definitely are. Like I said, I'm supposed to get a delivery Wednesday, and my plans are to do this kit, and I'm doing the boxes as a backup with it. I'm probably going to do both. I'm probably going to do the boxes and this if it comes. If not, I'll do the boxes and a card to match the boxes or something like that. That we have a feminine and a masculine for it. So If you want that red truck, this could be any color truck. Doesn't have to be red truck, but it could be any color. And I might make this an interactive card as well. So that our truck moves, has some movement of some sort. If anybody needs, all the links are in the description below the video. Oh, I forgot. Who has noticed anything new in the description of your video? Anybody? There's the link to Close to My Heart, in case you guys need that. Does anybody see anything new in their description of their video? Yes, Louise! Crafting with April now has a tote bag, so it's available to anybody who wants it. So if you want your tote, grab it. I don't know how long it's going to be there, what the quantity is going to be yet. So I'm just leaving it for right now, and I am going to be adding some other things to the Crafting with April line. Some merchandise, phone cases, maybe some cups, things like that. So if you want your Crafting with April paraphernalia, it'll be there. Let's see if I can bring it up so you can see what I'm talking about, Pat. Let's see. I'm scared to log out. I'm scared that if I log out, it won't let me. Maybe if I pull up a different video, that's what I need to do. Give me just 1 second here. Go to my channel. And let me pull up. There we go. I think that one, yep, that one does it. So when you come in and you see my video and they start to play, let me just move that right here on this banner, you will be seeing some merchandise popping up in there. Right now all I have is the tote. I do have other things coming. They have to get approved, and as soon as they're approved they will come in. So that's where they'll be. How cool! So we have tote bags there. I think I covered everything. We've got a lot of new stuff coming, guys. We're working on some stuff. Again, we've got Friday is Close to My Heart. The 13th. Ooh, Friday the 13th we get to do Close to My Heart. Yay. So we're not going to let that bother us. I got my good luck bell here somewhere. And then Saturday I will be live as well. Saturday I am doing patterned iron-on to show you guys how to do patterned iron-on with Easy Mask. So we'll be doing that. It's going to be Halloween themed, so all you Halloween guys who love all of that, you'll want to come. I've got, I think I showed it to you guys the other day, the Halloween paper, that patterned iron-on that I got. So we're going to be working with that. And if my mini comes, we're going to be putting some of it on shoes too. So make sure you're here. And is it a full moon too? Oh wow. And then we'll be live again on Monday. So we've got bam, bam, bam. Almost 4 days in a row where we're going to have some lives. And also, let's see, there's something else I'm forgetting. Oh, Amanda, one of our patrons she as our Stampin' Up demonstrator, is going to, this is tentative, so do not mark it in stone. She is going to be doing some live tutorials in the dimensional card group. So if you are into paper and you're into cards, make sure you're a member of that group so that when she goes live in that group on Saturday, you can tune in and make some projects with her too. And I think that's it, guys. I think that was all the news that I had. Friday the 13th is going to be a good luck day. You're right, Gerald. It is absolutely going to be good luck. All right. Well, I appreciate everybody joining me today. Thank you so very much. Thank you, moderators. Thank you, patrons and Ko-fi supporters. I truly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you. This wouldn't be possible without you. If you want the close to my heart things that we're going to be working with on Friday, make sure you get them ordered. That you probably won't get them in time for the tutorial, but you will have them shortly after while it's fresh on your mind and you can make your projects. So go ahead and get stocked up on those, and make sure you get your Cricut minis, guys. They are on sale. They're not on sale. They're $69.99, but if you have access, you get the you get $7 off because they rounded up. So it's $62.99. Thank you, guys. You have a wonderful night, and I will catch you on Friday.